Everybody look out!
Fans run in fear as monster waves take down everything and everyone.
Damn it! Look at these people!
There was no control. You didn't know which way was up, and you didn't know what was going to happen next.
It's February 13th, 2010, and it's the Mavericks Surf Competition, known as the Super Bowl of big wave surfing for good reason.
The Condor, looking solid.
The competition is held only when conditions are just right to create the most incredible waves on Earth, some as high as 50 feet, and only the best surfers are allowed to ride these giants.
The Mavericks event itself attracts 24 of the biggest names in big wave surfing by invite only, and people flew in from all over the world to hit those waves.
Surfers are given barely 48 hours notice to jump on a plane and get to Half Moon Bay in Northern California for the competition. Extreme sport videographer Tyler Short receives word of the contest 2 days before.
I got an email about 2 o'clock in the afternoon saying it's go time. The 24 surfers have given it the green light, and they're going to convene in Half Moon Bay on that Saturday.
140 miles north of Half Moon Bay, Dan Quarles and his fiancée, Betsy Foreman, are planning a romantic Valentine's weekend when they get word of Mavericks.
My fiancé and I had decided to take turns with who was responsible for the plans of February 14th for Valentine's Day, and this was his year.
Betsy is a surfing fanatic. Dan knows that taking Betsy to Mavericks will be a dream come true.
She'd never got to see an actual surf competition before, so this would have been her first competition to actually be a spectator at. So she was really excited to get to go.
On the day of the contest, Betsy and Dan hit the beach.
The ocean was quite turbulent. I remember being rather fascinated that waves were coming to the left and waves were coming to the right. It definitely was an active ocean that day.
Hundreds of spectators and media are setting up, including Tyler Short.
I was just standing behind the podium looking around for a place to watch.
The surfing competition takes place about a half mile offshore, and Tyler can't get a good vantage point. Soon, he forgets about the competition when he notices the tide creeping in.
I was watching the waves get closer and closer, and they were coming up underneath the podium.
Down the beach, Dan and Betsy are not worried about the waves off in the distance.
We'd have water come maybe this deep, just the water on a wave would just come in, and some of the foamy water would come in and it'd almost get your feet wet.
But Dan, Betsy, and Tyler have no idea what's coming.
I was watching the water and saw that another surge was beginning to form, and it was just racing right up towards the people.
Tyler jumps into action, grabbing his small flip camera.
And as soon as I hit the record button, it was just blowing up in my face. And people are just getting trashed on my left and my right, and there's folks and dogs and little kids just disappearing under the water.
Another angle shows the wave wiping people off a ledge. Tyler surveys the beach.
Thank you, boy! Oh! Thank you. That's my dog.
Are you sure?
That's my dog.
Okay,
Come
great.
here, Zoggy.
People were standing up covered in water and sand, and a few cuts and bruises and stuff like that. It didn't seem like anybody had gotten badly hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty good shape.
But it isn't over yet. That wave is a warning to many spectators, and some, like Tyler, decide to move back a little farther.
I wasn't too interested in getting swept out to the other side along with all those people. So I figured to get the best shots of what was going on down at the beach, I'd just go up the bluff a little ways and just start shooting down there.
Tyler hauls his equipment up a small cliff. Down on the beach, Betsy and Dan decide they've seen enough.
We were leaving because it was getting uncomfortable. We were all moving more and more towards the cliff.
But it's too late. From the cliff, Tyler sees an enormous wave barreling toward the hundreds of media and spectators, including Dan and Betsy.
It was getting closer and closer.
The people on the cliff and in the media tower try to warn everyone below of what's coming.
Everybody look out!
We're hearing this crowd yelling, run, run, run. And in that split second, I look over my right shoulder and I see a very powerful surge coming towards us.
The gigantic wave knocks Dan and Betsy off their feet.
It's pretty much just like being a rag doll. I mean, you'd have no control and you didn't know which way was up. You were just rolling.
First of all, I wondered, am I going to drown? And then the second one was, what am I going to hit?
Oh, it's like a horror movie. Look at these people, damn it!
From the cliff, Tyler Short can't believe his eyes.
The PA tower got knocked over, and you could just see big groups of people just getting swept away with this horrendous amount of water.
The wave carries Dan and Betsy more than 100 feet.
I ended up landing on a rock, and then I had some big guy land right on top of me, so I was pinned down.
When the water subsides, the beach looks like a war zone.
There was a lot of screaming, a lot of people hollering for help. I heard a lot of people screaming for medics, and there was just a lot of chaos.
Dan fractures his tailbone, but he's able to walk. Betsy's leg is broken in 3 places, and she's in excruciating pain.
My foot was completely dislocated from my lower leg, and if it wasn't for skin, I would have lost my foot. The pain was pretty incredible.
Dan is ecstatic to see Betsy alive, but he fears that another wave could hit at any moment.
I'm telling the doctors, get her off the beach. Get her off the beach. I don't know how many times I repeat it. Get her off the beach.
It was survival at that point, and I just needed to get to safety.
Paramedics put Betsy on a gurney and are able to carry her away. With relative calm restored, the Mavericks competition goes on as planned.
There's some broken legs and broken boards, broken spirits, but the contest rolls on.
And Tyler finally gets the show he's been waiting for.
I had never seen waves like that before. Trying to see these tiny, tiny people dropping in on just giant waves a half-mile offshore was amazing.
Betsy Foreman is still a surfing enthusiast, but coming face to face with a monster wave has given her a greater appreciation for the power of Mother Nature and has bonded her and Dan in ways they could have never imagined.
Knowing how precious life is definitely brought Dan and I together. I realized, wow, in the blink of an eye, I could have been dead. I could have lost my fiance.